Hello guys and girls, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm Mighty Marlin. Let's get it going here. So we're sitting down, reading next to Yuri. I'm scared as balls. Honestly, at this point, even the soundtrack is scaring the shit out of me, because I am just unsettled. But let's get it going. Okay. Yeah? Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Volition? There we go. We continue the first chapter in silence. It's such a weird way to read. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gets gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Huh? Oh, look at her smile. She's liking it. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses the things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. What? Your breathing is a little... Am I breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Push yourself reading. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Yeah, no kidding. Marlin, did something happen just now? I honestly don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. What would I have done to her? Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with shaming our poems? Oh, sharing our poems with each other. Shaming? Why don't we take turns shaming each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Savage. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back in my bag. Wait, but my poem was like targeted at Yuri here. I'm fucking just scared of every moment of this game, honestly. Natsuki, what's up? I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared her mine first. Goodness gracious. She's scared. I'm confused. Hold on, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Fucking savage. I hate Natsuki every time. Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. I'll start somewhere, right? She is such a bitch. If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. You are savage. Fair enough. I'll teach their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Well, yeah, that's what I hate. You write shitty poems and then fucking hate mine. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can't try, but that's about it. It's weird, Natsuki. They can't try. Can't even try to fly? I can't get out of here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Why is he being nice to her? What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. There you go. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. I remember this from last time. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Natsuki, I hate you. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Well, yeah, I guess not. I can tell you're the youngest. I decided to humor her with the last comment. Yeah, I really don't care how old everyone is. Exactly. But if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I share it with next? Well, I have one option. Oh, I'm just so scared. Hey, Marlon. Having a good time so far? Yeah, I just got reamed out for showing Natsuki my poem and Yuri fled, but yeah, it's going great. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha 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 ha. Don't worry, Marlin. We're all embarrassed today, you know? But it's the soft barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Marlin. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Why does she like it so much if Natsuki hated it? I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Good call, buddy. Ha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Huh. Like earlier, I think she gets too stimulated. She ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm just scared every moment that something's gonna happen. It lulls you into just this peace of mind, and I'm not trusting it. I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. What do you mean you left? No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay. Okay. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Interesting. I'm confused a little bit. I was getting the poems before, but these ones are a little confusing. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, just leaving me hanging like that, Monica. Here's Monica's rating tip of the day. If it's creepy as hell... Okay. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Okay, yeah, that was kind of like last time. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Honestly, guys, I have goosebumps. Like, I'm constantly just scared of what's going to go down. I don't know why it unnerves me so much. It's the music with the quick changes and things, and it's always out of left field. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What's that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Why did Natsuki shit all over me and you two are loving it? Is Natsuki just like hating me or what's going on? Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. I mean, why are you nervous about giving me a compliment here? She traced her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. You just said it was great. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I've recognized in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Yeah, you told me this last time. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, there's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Well, Monica just said it's great, and Natsuki just kind of shouted on me, so you're the one who gave me feedback, but thank you. Yeah, Natsuki can be a little biased. I agree. Biased how? Are you really playing dumb at this point, buddy? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Nice. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? No, I can actually read that, so I'm happy. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I didn't think it took that long. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Yeah, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Ha 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 ha. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Marlin. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Savage. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her past, remaining a place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Marlin. Me too. Phew. I'm feeling few that nothing's happened. Gosh. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. Gosh, I'm so scared. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Oh god, the music. No. Fuck you. Did you hear that? Or am I just being really sensitive? It went weird for a second. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Wow. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant... the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? thanks, but it really doesn't come out nice at all. Natsuki, you can't even talk. I can't even pretend to indulge you, Natsuki. Like, I do agree that you don't need fancy words to get your point across in a poem, and you do have a strong effect sometimes, but, like, you're actually just such a bitch, and I don't care anymore. Like, you're just so rude. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Well, okay, that's a little not what you're going for. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Marlon did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, oh my god, excuse me, I appreciate that offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Marlon liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh god, I'm scared. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Marlon appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he appreciated my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Burn! Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Marlon started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you fuck. Please no. Me, look who's talking. You want to be edgy, bitch? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for... I can't do this! It's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get... Man, they weren't fighting this much last time. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Oh god. Well, be careful, you might actually cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Oh god, because she cuts. God, did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Marlon hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. I don't like this, guys. Suddenly Yuri towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Marlon, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did I get dressed? Oh god, oh god. What is my option here? Natsuki is on top, so I'll choose her, I get... Is it just... I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Monica. What's happening? Hey Marlon. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Yeah, I agree. Okay? I'm so stressed out. I've never been so stressed out playing a video game. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. Yeah, I didn't know what was happening there. The camera was doing weird things. They were blurred out. The music's sped up. Did you hear that, Monica? I feel like you are also outside of this experience. Did you erase Sayuri? What happened? I'm just so confused. So confused. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Okay, yeah, that got intense. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Of course she would. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she's crying. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I'm so terrified. Can the music come back in like the calm music? Because this silence is... I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Oh god. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Marlon, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. If something happens to Natsuki now, I feel like they're just going to keep dropping off. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. But she keeps glancing at Monica. Oh, I accidentally right-clicked and it, like, closed the window. That was weird. I didn't know I could do that. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Okay. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. Oh god, what's gonna happen? It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Marlon. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. So I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you under fucking no. What? What is happening? Why did you jump to poem section? What's going on? Okay. I am way up there for confused and scared and stressed out and goosebumped. So, we are going to call that an episode, guys and girls. Thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you were just as terrified as me, because this is scary shit. And I also hope you didn't watch through this if you're scared of kind of stuff like this. I don't know. Just disturbing content all around. I don't know what's going on. So, yeah. Thanks for coming. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other videos. And as usual, thanks for coming.